get in the mail MSX games from Japan. Collecting without fail those shoot 'em ups, and that's the plan. He doesn't just collect them, he also codes them too. Join us and we'll go on electric adventures with you.
Hey YouTube, Electric Adventures here with a package in the mail. There we go, little box. Sorry, just checking there wasn't anything written on there. So it was my birthday last month, and I had some birthday money. And there's a couple of items I've had on watch for a while, and they're for a system that I haven't had a game for ages. Not that there's that many more games for that particular system that I'm after as far as the legacy games. I do keep an eye out on the homebrew games. I might get some more homebrew games, but these are a couple more of the classic games. And the prices weren't too bad, and the condition looked pretty good for the Atari Jaguar. And there's probably only one other, I think, game that I'd like, because I mean, people always complain about how bad some of the games on the Atari Jaguar are, but they forget that there are some actually titles that are really good. Take Tempest 2000 as an example, or Aliens vs Predator, and I've also, I've ended up with quite a few games that are actually, quite good and fun to play. So another one of those that I've never played it before. It could be a rubbish game. I don't know. But the first one is Missile Command 3D. Now I take it, like the other ones, it's going to have perhaps a classic mode as well, or the Defender one does, and it looks like by the back of the picture you can play classic Missile Command as well, but it's also got a Missile Command 3D game, which I do vaguely remember quite a few years ago. Steve Benway actually might have done a gameplay of this one. So I have kept an eye out for it, and there has been one that's been sitting on for sale in Australia for a little while. So let's have a look at what it's like inside. It's supposed to be complete, and it is. We have the manual. It's actually quite a thick manual, a couple of different languages though, I reckon, and the cartridge. I don't think there's any overlays with this one. Some Jaguar games did actually come with overlays. It's actually got quite a cool label on it. And I said, I actually really like the Jaguar as a system, because there are some really good games on it. And I did own one back in the day when they came out, but I unfortunately never got to take it to my house, because it was in the store that I ran. But I did play some of the games, especially Aliens vs Predator and whatever the mech game is. I can't remember what it is at the moment, but I have thoroughly enjoyed getting the games I've got so far. I'll actually, at the end of this video, include a picture of my current Atari Jaguar collection, so you can see the games that I've got. It does include, there are some boxes there that don't actually have games in them, because I bought a lot of empty boxes at one stage. So that's the first time. I actually got a second one. There are a couple of fairly decent pinball games for the Atari Jaguar, and they've been converted across from the Amiga games. And this is one of them, and the other one is one of the other games I would like to get. So this is Pinball Fantasies, and I believe it's got 4 pinball tables. And once again, it's in really good condition. So praise the seller. And we have the manual and the cartridge, which looks pretty good. So they're both in very good condition. So quite looking forward to plugging these into the Jaguar and giving them a play. So without further ado, why don't we go do that now? Right, so here we go. Missile Command 3D. Looks quite interesting so far. Okay, so we can actually play the original. Let's try, just give that a try to start with. Okay, a bit of a see, yeah. Now, was this one done by GIF Minter as well? No, Defender was. Use the keypad to control the view. Okay. 2, 4, 6. So the 2, 4, 6, and 8. Control the size and angle. Oh, I see. So I've made it go full screen now. So moving the cursor here. I take it pressing the middle button. There we go. Interesting, we don't start out with the full complement of cities. Here comes more. Maybe I've got it set pretty easy. Deal with that one, I suppose it's points. I mean, you would expect the Jaguar to be able to handle this sort of thing. Okay, we can pause. Let's see if we can go back to the hat. Sorry, mucking around with the zoom. Freaky. Are we dead yet? No. That's probably the better aspect ratio. Alright, we dead yet? Yeah, we should be dead now. Boom. So we should get the dramatic game over. As I said, I'll play that mode a little bit more later. Yeah, we can't seem to go out, so hang on a sec, I'll reset and we'll go back to the menu. Right, so here we go back into Missile Command 3D. Nice loading. As in a thing of me rebooting, you get to see the intro a bit more. It's pretty cool. So we're just going to go straight 3D. A little bit of decompressing time. So we have our bases like this, and then coming down at us we have some missiles. Get the lead time right. Select which base you're sending your missiles from. Oof, I think I only just got that one. There's another one. Just using that center one, I suppose. So it's pretty easy on us to start with. Don't know what the spanners mean. Once again, haven't read the instructions, so standard missiles. Now it's interesting, if you get your explosions right, the explosions, you know, chained together. Ooh, that was nice. Whoops. Oh. Hope the cities have got radiation shields. Well, this isn't a too bad evolution of the game. I don't think there's anything too wrong with this. It's not quite the same hectic pace, but that could be the level, the default level too. And remember, I haven't looked at any of the options or anything. Oops, now this has happened before. This is actually the second time I'm recording this, and it's gone blank on me. So we'll leave that missile command as it, because that's probably enough gameplay of that one. And I'll switch over to Pinball Fantasies and we'll give that one a go. Right, so here we go, Pimple Fantasy. I do apologise about the missile command locking up, but I didn't clean that cartridge at all. I just plugged it in and it worked. It probably didn't clean this one. Wouldn't work at all until I cleaned it. So, lesson. Always clean. So we have Partyland, Speed Devils, $1 Billion and Stones and Bones. Might as well work our way through them. This is one of those things where maybe I should have read the instructions, so I've got no idea of controls. Select number of players with buttons. Okay. That moves up and down. Okay, C does the plunger. B is the right flipper, and pressing the left on the joystick controller does that, and you can move the table up and down. Oh, A is bump. So it's got the music playing. It's a bit lacking any sound effects on the hitting things. Got the green goblin there. Whoops! Ooh, not close. So obviously this is the very first time playing this. I've got no idea where I'm supposed to be aiming. It's pretty not too. Oh, there we go. That's not too bad. Not too bad about giving you a chance to play the ball. Oh! Oops. Oops, I'm not supposed to use bump. So obviously I missed my chance to use top pump there. Ah! Oops. Takes a little bit of use to new pinballs, but this looks pretty good. Missed my chance. Oh, there's a track for old players, okay. Is that all their balls? That's probably a pretty pathetic score. Oh, we're still going on. Too slow. Ooh. Light arcade first. Ooh, 1 million. Whoa! Can I do that again? No. Oh, I'm gonna miss. Oh, we saw a couple of different things there. Because it takes a little while to warm up to pinballs. But at least we made my score not pathetic. An extra ball or something. I'm not sure how many balls I got there. There you go. Bonus in. Good work out. Here we go, up there again. Next letter. Too soon. I mean, it doesn't have any cheap, really cheap spots, so that's always good. In a pinball, it's not gonna, you're not gonna lose all of your balls too easily. Ooh. Ooh. I'll take that's good. 1 million, yep. Drop zone. Ah, missed on that. The only trouble with scrolling pinballs, of course, you lose a little bit of reaction time. Like arcade first. Okay. Cyclone. So it's got it's got a couple of things to it. Good last ball here. Get a snack too. Okay. Ooh, only got one more letter to go there. Oops. Oh, we got 2 cyclones. Woohoo! Yeah, that's pretty good fun. I could play that one some more. I mean, it's fairly laid back. Gonna get a match. So I've even got the match thing. Here we go. So, oh, so 6.5 million. That's not bad. Now, how do we go back to the menu? That's the question. Option to quit the table. There we go. Thank you. A quit. Yeah, alright, now, so let's go for our second table. Different layout. Get into it. So we've got a top section here, which we can it'll be reasonably easy to keep it in there. Oh, right, messed that up. Alright, and you can get it back up to that top level table if you get that right. You got a nice tune playing. No, whoa, or just. I said it's pretty generous pinball. So we've got some drop targets to get there. Where's that goes? Okay, we'll do a big loop. There's the other loop on the other side. I missed it. Yeah, you got all those. They seem to be changing. Ah, that's how we get in that section, okay. Pit stop. So there's a couple of things to do up the top there. So that's good. There's a couple of things to, try and figure out. I mean, this is, oops, talking too much. This is not bad for scrolling pin, the age of scrolling pinball. I've got the, there's a really good one on the Saturn that has about 4 tables on it. There's a couple, they're really nice and they scroll like this, so this is, be on par with that, I'd say. It's got a drain! Oh no! So I'm not best doing that one. No, I better not get too carried away. We better sacrifice our lives now. Hang on. Oh, we can go. Quick. Alright, so that I like that one. The number 2 tables. And number 3, $1 billion game show. Okay. Let's get straight into it. Okay, this is a bit more complicated. So the ball doesn't go past your second flipper on the way in. Music's a bit more subdued. No, I didn't quite do it. Yes, you've got to get that. A bit more subtle table, this one. Probably my least favourite of the 3 so far from first play. Okay. Very complicated ball paths. That'll take a little while to figure out where to send the ball for the different ways. No, mess that up. Too slow. See, it seems to be very hard to get it in this middle section of it. It looks like there's a spinning wheel in the middle too. I'll give it one more ball just to see if I can get it up in that centre section. Move on to that last table. Quite have the feel of the other ones. No, that's fine. There's obviously a lot in timing that top flipper. Block. Okay. Oops. Yeah, there we go. Oh, it's not too bad. Just probably needs a bit more play time. to figure out some things. Probably read the manual. Alright, one more table to go. Stones and bones. Oh, good. Let's go. There we go. We've got a top flipper somewhere. Okay, we've got a top section table, which is good. No top flipper. Oh, oops. Well, there is a centre saver too, interesting. If you get the bounce right. I quite like the theme on this one. I didn't do it hard enough. So there's lots of things up there to do. Ooh, that's pretty fast. I suppose it's a matter of learning the shots. And there's quite a few targets around the place too. The well treasure, okay. So we'll come back up there, yeah. I missed the opportunity. Too slow. This one's got, slightly better music. A bit of eerie theme going on there. Also, for all of them, the actual sound effects and the difference of the musics are a little bit too laid back. But it's not too bad. I like this one, so because I'm curious about what some of the other things that can happen. So obviously, if I hit the flashing one, I get an extra bonus. So. Fast. That's that centre saver. Help us out then. Yeah, that's good. Back. That's the thing, I don't know whether any of these pinballs have multi-ball or anything like that. Oops. Oh. Five screens. Okay, so, pinball, a lot of it's about working out how to work the table, doing the different sequences. And, in general, I love pinball a lot. So, still missed it. I will spend quite a bit of time, I reckon, playing these ones and working out their various. Put the ball all over the place. Set there. Oh, I think you can turn that one on. Oh. Time is all wrong. Down the drain. Alright, we better leave it at that, otherwise I could probably sit here and play these for ages, which is a good sign. It's a good sign. So I did actually quite like the Missile Command game, and was enjoying myself when it froze. So I'll be playing that one some more, and this Pinball Fantasy. So two very excellent titles. I don't know what the other pinball games are like for the Jaguar. When I entered this in my database, it was almost as if another 2 was coming up, so maybe I'm wrong and there's actually another 2 pinball titles. I'll have to look. I know there's one that's got a green like themed cover. Have I actually got the box? I can't remember. Oh yeah, I might actually have the box for one of these pinball titles. Alright, I hope you've enjoyed having a look at these two excellent new games for the Atari Jaguar. It's always very nice to get new Atari Jaguar games. There are a couple of homebrews being released soon. I'm thinking about getting them. I'll have a look and see. I'll wait and see what. Some of them are just straight Atari ST ports, which is not exactly what you're after on the Jaguar. But yeah, don't have to get all of them. But the ones that I'm interested in, I'll have a look at. Alright, I'm Electric Adventures. Thanks to all my subscribers. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.